Easiest way to carry it in. Easiest way to get through the door. Hello, my lovelies. This is the right way around. Yeah, I know, you made me look then. It's not, actually. That's the front. Right. We are now officially on our third printer of the year. Let me tell you the backstory. So we did one about 6 months ago that we burnt out. We kind of like burnt it out for photos for my Patreon. The second one that we bought ran out of ink and wouldn't take the cheap ink. So we went and bought this one. Because we went to get ink, proper Canon ink, to go with our Canon printer. It was working out more expensive to buy a colour ink cartridge than what it was to buy a brand new printer. And then the colour ink cartridge on its own was £28. The printer was £19.99. Yes. And this has 2 standard Canon inks in it. So it's like, well, I wonder what to do. So this was £19.99. This was. It's not the Wi-Fi one. So we're hoping because it's the Canon printer but not the same model, that we'll be able to use the cheaper ink in it as well when the Canon ones has run out. I'm hoping. Now the only downfall to this one is you have to have a wire to connect the printer to the computer. So that's another wire on my already wire-full desk. Yes. And I don't know where my cutter is. It's not up there. I don't know where it is. It's disappeared, Mr. Producer. My cutter has disappeared. Do you think it's fell? Pardon? Huh? Do you think? Right, I'm just going to go and make sure the monkeys haven't got it. I'll be back. You can stop for a second if you want. There might be some shouting. I found it. So Mr. Monkey used it, he said, because obviously he didn't want to use a sharp knife, and this is the best tool not to use a sharp knife. They were playing Monopoly the other night, and we had a new Monopoly, so they went to open it. Unfortunately, he didn't put it back where it was meant to be. Now, he swore blind that he did, but he didn't. So we found the Monopoly box, and guess where? This was inside it. So he obviously didn't put it back where it was meant to go. But no, I don't use sharp objects anymore to open things up. It's too dangerous. It is. And I'm training the monkeys not to do that as well. Because safety is paramount. That's why this is a non-knife item. Yes. Right. Shall we get back to the printer now? This has taken a long time. Ta-da! It's open. Would you like me to go and sit down and do this? Okay. Mr. Producer would like me to sit down and him to stand up. It is closer to the PowerPoint socket then if I do that. Sit down over there. The one next to my bed. He forgot. He forgot. Right, Mr. Producer, video evidence. Putting it back where it belongs. There we go. Always get video evidence. Always. It's like, it's sacrilege not to. It really, really is sacrilege not to get video evidence in this household. Right. So we have the destructions. Ooh, we have the lead and the 2 ink cartridges. I'm going to be moving it out of the way in a minute. I just wanted to get everything out first. It's going, move the printer out of the way. It's covering up your beautiful body. Right, thank you, Mr. Producer. Right then, so you have the installation disc, which you put into your computer, which I don't tend to do that. I tend to let the printer do it for me. 1 big piece of styrofoam, stainless stuff. 2 big pieces of styrofoam. Right, we take the nice plastic bag off. It's very, very light. Very, very light. There. Oh no! The other one was heavier. Where's the ink? Inside that box, I've already showed you. It's now not inside the box, it's now outside the box. Right, so you plug it in, this one. It doesn't contain the USB cable that you need for it to hook up to your computer. So I won't be able to take it to a computer and print it straight away. You need to get a USB lead for this one. So that is where, so you've got a USB lead goes in there, and the power. There's a power go. In this side here. I didn't see that side there. So that's where your power goes. That one. And then when you get the USB lead, you'd think they'd have it on the front of the printer. But yeah, when you get the USB lead, it clicks in there. You bring it around and you click it into the USB on your computer. So you have the bed for the paper, which you can change to different levels. That's set on 4x6. That's not big enough, is it? Oh, it goes that way, man. The other one goes the other way. Yeah, it does. The other one goes that way for it to go down. This one goes this way for it to go down. Right, for your scanning, you have a scanning machine there. Hopefully, this won't keep flashing at me like the other one does as well. So you unhook all of that, look, and your drawer comes down. And that is where you put your ink into there. But you have to turn it on before you put your ink in. That closes up. That's a bit better than the other one even. I don't know, the other one always seemed cramped when you was doing it. That seems a bigger door. Then to pull that open, you sticky tape it. And sticky tape down so it doesn't move. So this is your drawer to put your paper on. That doesn't come out as far either. You can see the little bits of differences between the Wi-Fi one. That's going to reach your power cable, isn't it? It's going to do here. Watch me. Switch the laptop to that side. It will plug in. Look. Can I try it? I'll plug it in here first, don't I? That's what Mr. Producer's trying to tell me to do. Plug it in there first, not on the wall. Oh, I don't think I put it in the right way round. Or I might have done. Doesn't matter either way, doesn't it? I always think it matters, but Mr. Producer's saying it doesn't matter. So you push the lead in. I'm going to bring it round. It fit. There you go. So now it's turned on. We're going to turn it on. You're not happy with that? No. So Mr. Producer's not happy. He's not. So he's going to go and get an extension lead for me to plug into. Yes. Be 1 second. Right. It's magic. The extension cable appeared. Poof. Even paper. Right. We're going to turn this off. We're going to plug it into my very excessively long extension lead. Plug the extension lead in. Then we're going to take some of the lead off the bed. Pop that down there. Move that over there. He wants me to put it behind me. Let it go. Yes. Right. Now I'm going to turn it on. Now face me to turn it on. Is that okay? You want me to face you to turn it on? Oh God. This is turning out to be the worst printer that we've ever set up. And that's when we was trying to figure out Wi-Fi on the other ones. Come on now. This is meant to be a basic setup. Turn it on. It's thinking about whether it wants to work or not. It is very basic, this one is. Compared to the other ones, the on buttons normally appear because it's got that much other stuff on that part. I think we're on. Right, so now I'm going to turn it around. Oh look, green light on. No flashing lights. I'm going to turn it because there's nothing. It's not doing anything. I'm going to turn it around. I'm going to put the ink in. So I'm going to sit it up on its bum. You need to come here if you want to see it. I can't open the door. Oh. Now I want to let me open the door. Oh. It didn't like being on its side. I found with any Canon printer, if you press that button for a couple of seconds, it seems to sort itself out. Oh no, it's flashing. Turn it off. How is it all flashing? What did you do? You touched something. He swooped in and touched it without noticing. What's that mean? Doesn't tell you what that light means. Is that what it means? No ink, do you think? Right, I'm gonna have to do it this way around because it doesn't like. I tell you what, I'll put it in the box. Then at least it's a bit higher for me to be able to see the ink. There we go. That's a bit better. Now you can see, and I can see. Shut in. Open the door, and let me in. Right, so we have a 545 Canon black. Yes. So the black always goes closest to... Oh no, it wants the black on the outside this time. Okay, so the black it wants going on this side. Is that different, is it? Are you sure you've just not been doing the others wrong? Are you sure? Are you sure that's where we've been going wrong with the ink? So it's got a pulley tag. So these are standard size Canon ink. These are. So you just pop it in and clip it up. Yep. So that's the black in. Here it's open. I've done this right. Colour one doesn't want to open. So the colour is 546. Now that's the same for most of these Pixmar ones that we have. Go. So that light stopped flashing. Now the power light, so it must be resetting itself now. So while it resets itself, I'm going to pick a picture. Pick a picture. Pick a picture to print. I'm only going to do a black and white one. I don't want to waste the ink. But yeah. Pick a picture. Pick a picture. Pick a picture. We'll look at that picture. It's a simple picture. Right. So I'm going to pop this in first, my paper in first, on the top. Did you hear it hit the rollers? A rolling. Right, picture going in. Make sure I'm putting it in the right way around. Put that down. Right, now with the scanning, you don't need to do anything else. All you need to do is press that button. Now it'll scan. That is really noisy. It's not normally that noisy. Ta-da! Shall we look at the original? Exact copies. That's not bad going, is it, really? Now, you can probably do that with colour as well. Alright? But, what you can do, if you have a colour picture, like that's a picture that I've nearly done, instead of doing it in colour, alright, I'll show you a little trick. You can still print a coloured picture in black. Watch. Press the black button again. It's quick at scanning, isn't it? So it'll just show us different colour grey look. So now I'm going to do the coloured one to show you. Look at that. Grayscale. So now if you press the colour, changing theme. Well, it's taking longer to do the colour one. Interesting. It's coming out slowly though. Very slowly. Okay, that looks quite funky. In just grey. So here's the colour one coming out, look. An exact replica of what I've already done. Yes. I can't until it's done. It says get it out. I can't until it's done. Look how it's rocking. And that's not because I'm moving, that's... So there's the picture. And there's the one that I've done. How's that then? About the same. I agree. Except that one's tattooed around the edges. That one's not. I think I preferred those colours. It seems to be a lighter grey, a lighter purple than that. That's darker purple than that. That's a lighter purple. Ah, yeah. But there we go. So I'm now, Mr. Producer's now going to get me a USB cable to connect this to my printer to be able to print. He says he's got one. It's just a case if he's got to find it. It's always the case. Yes. But yeah, it's not bad for £19.99. It scans, it prints, and it copies. Pardon? What am I going to do when it runs out? Probably going to buy another one. No, if it runs out, the ink, I'm going to try the cheap ones in it and see if the cheap ones work. Because if the cheap ones work, we have millions, or it feels like we've got millions of the black ones. So it's like, yes, we will be trying them all out and see if they work. I hope they do work, because otherwise that's a lot of a waste of money. Even if they are cheaper, it's still a lot of waste of money. But yes, thank you for joining me and opening up my third printer of the year. Third Canon printer of the year. We like to stick with Canon printers because I know how to use them, basically. Yes. Don't forget, my lovelies, to like my lovely YouTube video. Subscribe to the YouTube channel that we're on. Find my other YouTube channels as well. We have Adelesexyuk UK Red, Adelesexyuk UK Blue, no, Adelesexyuk USA Blue, Adelesexyuk UK Pink, Adelesexyuk UK White, Adel's TV, Adele UK Gamer, Adel's UK Lego, Adelesexyuk UK Lego, and Adelesexyuk UK Adverts. Go check them all out, my lovelies. Some amazing content on those channels. There really is. The advert channel, actually, with every video that I do, I put a little advert on there just telling people where the videos are. So it's like this one, I'll do a little advert afterwards, only about 30 seconds to 50 seconds I do them. They're only really quick ones. It's just to let you know that I've done this video, this is where it is. I put links on them and everything, because sometimes people only subscribe to Adelesexyuk UK adverts and they don't realise that I've got other channels. So if I've done the YouTube video, I always put the links in so then they can find that YouTube channel. It works both ways. I also put on there my little adverts about what I'm doing on my Patreon as well. If you want to come and support me on my Patreon, the link is in the box below. Now what my Patreon does is it has its own Patreon videos that I make for it, but it also supports my YouTube channels. Now, the support and the pledges that I get from Patreon means I can go out and buy printers and clothes and things like that to do on YouTube as well as my Patreon. So it's like, it works out for both. But yes, if you want to come and join the fun and get the Patreon only videos, then the link, like I said, is in the box below. I'm also on my lovely Twitter and Instagram where I put random Snapchat pictures. But yes, it's all fun and games over there at Adelesexyuk UK on Twitter and Instagram. But yeah, thank you for joining me in unboxing the printer, and I will see you all very soon. Goodbye for now.